We are now at the Big Brothers Big Sisters organization in Greater Flint, and could you please explain what's happening here today?
Okay, today we just had, I don't know, 3 or 4 truckloads of water delivered to be distributed to the families that we serve. We serve over 1,000 children in our program, and so those families will be distributed this water next week.
Okay, and we have seen on the news that there are a lot of people who are afraid to come out to get the water. They're afraid they might be deported, or for other reasons they won't come out. So do they come here?
Well, they're welcome to come here. Everyone's welcome. The thing about the people that we service, they trust us, and so they will be coming to pick up the water. We have, most of our families are families with at least 2, 3, 4 kids in the family. Many of them live with grandparents or other relatives, and so there's large numbers of single family dwelling families that we serve in our program.
So you have water coming from all over the United States that's coming
well,
here?
actually, like I said, earlier this week we had someone from Columbus, Ohio, that came and delivered water. He had been a little brother in that community, and so they wanted to do something, he and his friends and co-workers, and so they brought water here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I'm from the
it's-
organization Sharing It with BB. That's the name of my organization, and today we're donating 20 cases of water, and I'm
that's
so happy to
wonderful.
come here to help.
Okay. And thank you for, like I said, this message is bigger than the water.
Yes.
Yeah, it's about people saying, you know, we don't like what's going on here, and we need to do something about
Yes,
it. And so we start with making sure that our families have clean water. And so thank you.
You're welcome. And what do I have to do to come down to volunteer when you want to distribute water out to the neighborhoods? Because I don't mind doing it.
Okay, that's wonderful. So if I can get your information,
Okay.
we'll give you a call
Okay.
when we start distributing. Most of our families do pick up, but we do take out to many of our families that don't have transportation to do so.
All right. So
Yeah.
where's the water kept when it's brought here? Do you?
We're keeping it right here because it'll be gone. It'll
Okay.
be gone within a week.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
we'll distribute it all out and then hope for more.
okay. So Big Brothers Big Sisters is a place in Greater Flint to come if you are afraid to come. You're afraid for migrants, especially the migrants, to come here.
That's perfect. If people need water,
And there's no paperwork they have to fill out?
There's no paperwork. They're welcome to come and pick up water. Absolutely. It's not ours. It was donated to us to give out to the community. And so that's what we intend to do.
Okay, all right. So we are going to unload our water that we brought down today, and it is just, I mean, everything that's happening here has just been touching. It's heartbreaking to see what's happening here.
It is.
That happened to the whole city.
Right. Absolutely. And for it to have gone on so long.
Yes.
And one of the things that we do know is that the majority of school-age kids ingested that water during the school day. And so but you know, the good part about it is that, you know, people are working night and day to try to resolve this issue, to look at long-term impact and how we can, you know, kind of mitigate or lessen the lead poisoning.
So what is happening in the schools?
Well, the students are being tested for lead. Actually, we've had several of our program participants that did test with high levels of lead.
Oh my goodness.
And so, yes, it's a tragedy actually. But like I said, we have to look to see as we move forward, to move forward intelligently and be able to address the issue quickly. And one of the, we have a pamphlet that we're also passing out with the water from the Michigan State Extension Service, and it's to foods that help to lessen or reduce lead in the system. So it's a recipe book. I'll give you one.
Okay, please do.
Yeah, I'll give you one. So yeah, and really educating. You know, one of the things that you said about people being afraid to come out. to really educate people, because a lot of the people, they aren't getting their water tested. So, and they need to be doing that. And they're not getting your kids tested for lead.
Okay,
as
and you
well,
say get the
so-
water tested, how are they supposed to do that?
Well, actually, I have a few kits here, but we're not a kit distributor, but I went and picked some up, you know,
Right.
for when they pick up the water. But they can pick those up at the local fire stations as well as at City Hall. And there's instructions on it about how to, you know, get the water. So it has to set for X amount of hours. But then they put the water in this, in a jug, and then take it back,
Okay.
and they have it tested.
And see, last night on the news that I seen, it said that some people, some residents were going down to the fire station and other places to get these filters, and they said they were out of them. So they, you know,
Okay.
they have no way of testing them, and when they say they need to test the water, then they bring it back to them, and it takes 3 days to find out.
Well, actually, it takes 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah, that's what I was told,
Okay.
but now I don't know. And that's the other thing, you know, for people to have accurate information.
Right.
You know, how do we get that information? You know, is there a website that we can go to? I know someone was showing me where the police have out there that if the filters don't fit. So there's a difference between the filters and the water testing.
Okay.
So the filters are, you know, to filter out
Okay.
the lead and,
So how are
So-
they taking baths?
well,
I mean,
people are,
what
you
do
know,
they-
I know a couple of my staff that are taking their children. One of my staff members has a newborn baby, and her mother lives out of the community.
Okay.
So they're bathing their kids outside of the community, or they're using these gallon jugs.
And how do
warming
you
them up.
take a bath?
Yeah, I do. I continue to take a bath.
I know, but how do you, I mean, do you
Yeah.
take it with the water that's coming in?
Yeah,
that
with the
type-
water that's coming in.
Okay.
Yeah. And, you know, I have had my water tested, so.
Right, okay.
um,
So your
you know,
word is
you're-
okay?
Well, it's okay, but, you know, it's okay today, but you don't know about tomorrow, do you? But they say that it's not in, you know, that it doesn't absorb through the skin, the lead. But there are people who have rashes and
I
that
know,
sort
I've
of thing.
seen it on
so-
Time Magazine.
yeah,
One
yeah,
of the kids
right.
are on the front cover.
Right, so, yeah, it's huge.
It
It's
is.
huge, and it's, you know, if I could say this right now, it's really exhausting.
I can imagine.
You know, but just doing what we can
Right.
to, you know, I read an article that said, should we evacuate the city? And I'm like, oh, wow, you know, that would be, you know, really taking, but it happens when there are disaster situations
Well,
that
maybe
people.
wouldn't that be
yeah.
the best thing to do if
Yeah, well,
if
I
they're
have
not
to-
sure about the water, and where would they go?
Well, I mean, that would be the question.
Yes.
You know, I mean, people aren't even coming out to pick up the water, like you said, so you know that they're not going to evacuate,
So,
you know,
yeah.
so. But it is a crisis, and our government needs to address the crisis, so.
Okay, the people that are not coming out, how would you find out who these people are, where they live, and I mean, how would you even know?
Well, you know, as they go door to door, they're not coming out, so.
They won't
I
even
mean,
come to the door?
Well, some people are not coming to the door, so.
So I'm assuming that
Well,
these
because
people
they-
that don't come to the door, they have money to buy water, purchase water? What do you think?
Well, I don't.
Oh my goodness.
But you know, I mean, it's not unusual that people wouldn't come to the door. I mean, when somebody knocks on your door and you
Right.
don't know who they are, but you know, if they have, you know, credentials in that, then people will let them in generally.
Okay.
So hopefully those people are few and far between, although they do need to be taking care of themselves.
Right.
So hopefully they're getting water from some source.
I hope so. I
For
really
some
do
really
hope
good,
so.
from some good friends who are helping to take care of
Okay.
them, so.
Well, I am so glad that when I came by, you were here.
Okay.
I ran
well,
into you, and
it's
again,
good
we're
to
gonna
meet you
we're
as
gonna
well.
unload the water now. Okay.
Okay.
And thank you
okay,
so
thank
much.
You.
Thank
okay,
you.
Bless
Uh-huh.
you. Okay.